It's a great day to be in the Bomber Nation. This is Principal Jacob Jenkins. I'm here with Dean of Students Paul Rudolph. And welcome to the Bomber Buzz. This is our weekly podcast coming at you from Berthold Public School. Paul, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
We have got quite a full week coming up here. Our week really kind of kicks off tomorrow, Saturday, with prom.
It does, and then it's kind of a short week too because of Easter,
right?
Falling in there, but it's still a busy one. Obviously, we kick it off, Friday night, junior senior banquet. As you're listening, prom is on Saturday, and then as we roll into the next week, Tuesday is our busiest day with as far as activities go. We've got the Indoor Northwest Conference track meet at the Minot State Dome. Starts at 1 p.m. We've got an elementary boys basketball game with Stanley, and then on Thursday we've got another elementary boys basketball game down at South Prairie. Friday we have no school, but just a reminder, we have an Easter egg hunt with a bike giveaway in the old gym from 9 to noon on Friday. But it's a quick, short week, but still filled with activities.
Yeah, it's and now things will really pick up because now that spring sports are in full swing, we'll see April. Every day there's something if I looked at the calendar right.
Wednesdays is almost probably the only little breathing room. Only little breathing room you get, but otherwise it's April is going to be a fast and furious.
Yeah, it kicks in really fast here. Just a reminder, if you have students in spring sports, we'd like to encourage you to remind them to make sure to check with their teachers so that they know the work that they have coming up, especially when we've noticed when games get rescheduled, and sometimes a student might be at a game on a Monday and a Tuesday and maybe even a Thursday just because of the way reschedules work. And so one way to kind of help them keep up with their work is just remind them to check with their teachers.
Yep, without question.
Yeah. Paul, anything to add for this week?
No, I'm glad you guys are tuning in, and, make sure you let us know if there's something you want to hear or something you want to hear about.
That's right. Well, we have got a jam-packed episode here today. We have two senior spotlights. We're hearing from Emma and Delaney Elberg today, and we've got some elementary students coming on. We're going to hear from Azelle Miller and Lena Blatz today. So Azelle's a sixth grader and Lena's a second grader. They have both been students of the week at different times here this spring. And so we're going to chat with them and kind of hear from their perspective about what it is to be a student out here. So that's really exciting. Make sure to stay tuned here for more great stuff on the Bomber Buzz. We have a very special guest with us now on the Bomber Buzz. This is second grader, Miss Lena Blatz. Hi, Lena.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Well, we are so happy to have you here. We've got some questions to ask you, and then we're just going to have a talk. How's that sound?
Good.
All right.
This is going to be so great.
Yeah.
Well, Lena, tell us a little bit about yourself and your family.
Well, I have 4 sisters, and they're all kind of annoying. And I live in Berthold, and my favorite color is orange.
That's
Why are your
color.
sisters annoying?
Because they're sisters.
Oh, are they older than you? Or
I have 2 younger than me.
2 younger
and
than
then
you?
I have 2 older than me.
And how old might these sisters be?
One of my sisters was like a few months old, and then my other one's gonna turn like 2 in August.
Okay.
And one of them's 19, and the other one is 18.
There you go. All right. Well, it's reading month at Berthold. Tell us your favorite book.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps?
The whole series, or do you have one particular book out of the series that you like?
Probably the whole series.
Yeah.
Really?
They're all pretty great.
Yeah.
All right.
How many Goosebumps books do you think you've read?
3.
3. All right. So you're pretty early into the series.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's a ton of good ones.
That is good for you. How about your favorite subject in school?
Art, math, social studies, science, gym, music.
Your entire day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
can tell
great.
because you got a smile on your face all the time. That's
Always.
fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. Art, math, social studies, science, physical education, all of them are your favorite. That's great. Okay, we were talking about this today at lunch. What is your favorite school lunch?
Mac and cheese, meatball subs, orange chicken, spaghetti.
Lena, this has been a winning week for you.
We've
had a lot of those
three
this
of them
week.
today. Or we had three of them this, or two of them this week.
2 of them already.
Two of them this week.
Those
That's
are some
right.
of my favorites.
How about a movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
I love Coraline. I also love the Goosebumps series, like the show.
Yep.
And that's really it.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite episode?
No, probably not.
No.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about this? How about if you had a cartoon character? If you could hang out with a cartoon character, who would you choose and why?
I would choose SpongeBob because he lives at the bottom of the sea, and who wouldn't want to live in a pineapple? Who wouldn't?
Who would
Right.
want to live in a pineapple?
No.
Right.
Under the sea.
in the
Yeah.
sea. There you go.
It might not hold up on land.
Yeah.
Okay, so if on a Saturday or Sunday, so you got the weekend, and nobody's going to tell you what to do. You can do whatever you choose to do. What would that weekend look like?
Me maybe going skydiving or
Whoa.
bungee jumping.
Skydiving or bungee jumping?
I don't know. It sounds fun.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I didn't picture you as a skydiver or a bungee jumper, but you're into that too, huh? So when you go to the state fair, do you ride that thing that shoots way up in the air?
No.
No?
No, that's too scary. That's too scary.
So you don't like the up, just the down.
No, yes. Just the down.
So you think jumping out of a plane would be okay?
Yes.
Okay. That's
gotcha.
interesting.
Because, like, you don't know if the ride is going to break. You kind of know.
That your parachute's
So
gonna-
you'd be
Yeah.
worried that the thing would just shoot up out of the thing,
No.
out of the slingshot, where off the plane you've got the parachute and all the
Yeah,
stuff
and,
coming
like, the
down. I
people.
get that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're professionals.
Okay. So maybe if on the bungee jump or the whatever they call that thing at the fair, if they put a parachute on the top of that, you'd be okay with that as you come down.
No.
No? Still no.
No.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Yep. Fair enough is right. Okay. Kindest thing you've ever done.
Either cleaned my mom's car while she was on, like, a business trip or did the dishes for her while she was sleeping
That's great.
That is awesome.
without her knowing.
I bet she just thought that was the cat's meow. Huh? When she woke up and the dishes were all done, you've taken care
No,
of
she
it?
woke up and I told her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's one thing that we would never know about you? What's Mr. Jenkins and I will have no idea,
idea.
that Lena does this or knows this, or what is it?
That I would go skydiving or bungee jumping.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would not. You're right.
Until today, I would have not have guessed that at all.
That was surprising.
You opened my eyes on that one. Okay, we're just about done.
Okay.
One piece of advice you'd give your class.
To be kind and to be, like, nice to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not to be mean.
yeah. I agree. And that's one thing I notice about you is you're always nice
Very
and kind
kind.
and smiley and cheerful. A great sense of humor. Would you got any advice for me?
No.
None, huh?
No.
Anything else you want to add for us?
No.
How about since you're a second grader and the preschool kids coming into first grade next year, or kindergarten, do you got any advice for them? What would you tell them?
To have fun and be yourself and be
Agreed.
nice.
And exactly, enjoy all your classes like you do. Great. Anything else for us?
That I don't want to do this again.
We won't bring you back in this year. That was Lena Blatt, second grader here in the Bomber Nation. Lena was our student of the week last week. It was really great having you on the show here, Lena.
Yes.
All right, coming up, we have Azelle Miller from the 6th grade.
Okay.
We are back, and with us now is the student of the week from 2 weeks ago, from the 6th grade. We are welcoming Azelle Miller. Welcome to the Bomber Buzz, Azelle.
Thank you.
It's very nice to have you here with us today. So we got a few questions for you here that Mr. Rudolph's going to ask. We are interested to know more about you.
It is fantastic to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your family.
Well, I'm 12 years old. I like cats. My favorite color is pink, like a baby pink, and light green.
Light green. Well, tell us a little bit about your family.
Okay, my mom is 43 and my dad is 52.
Are you sure they're going to like that?
Probably not.
And your brothers and sisters?
Zaylee, she is 13 and my older brother is 20.
And
I feel like you're missing two brothers.
missing two that are in the same grade.
Okay, Braxton and Cruz. Triplets.
There you go.
That's
The
right,
crowd
triplets.
wants to know about that. Yeah. Okay, it's reading month.
Okay.
Your favorite book?
My favorite book is probably The Maze Runner. Just
Oh.
because it's interesting.
The Maze Runner. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, there's just a labyrinth, like the big maze with you have to escape it, and it's really cool and interesting.
You did like it, huh? Well,
Have you read, there's 3 of them, right?
I've only read the first one.
The first one, okay. Do you plan on reading the next ones too then?
Yes.
Awesome.
favorite subjects in school?
Reading is definitely my favorite.
Reading is one of them?
Yeah.
That's probably the most. Like,
Yeah.
if we get a chance, I'm going to read.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, favorite school lunch. Make Patty happy now.
Okay, honestly, it's probably Alfredo or spaghetti.
Chicken Alfredo or spaghetti? Yeah, good choices. And we had spaghetti today.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right. You have a favorite movie?
I've seen a lot, but my favorite is probably The Maze Runner because there's a movie and a book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you've
Yeah.
read the movie and watched the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best of both worlds.
Did you like the movie or the book better?
I like the movie better.
You like the movie better?
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you could hang out with a cartoon character all day, which one would you choose and why?
The top of my head is probably Bugs Bunny because he's really happy and joyful, and I thought that was like funny.
Okay, so you'd be
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny, or you'd hang out with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Okay. If you could do whatever you wanted over the weekend and nobody would say a word to you for one weekend,
I would
what would that weekend look like?
Okay, I would probably play games at my house or with my family. Go swimming.
Go swimming?
Yeah.
Really? You like swimming?
Very.
Okay. Where do you go swimming at mainly?
Mostly the YMCA or like by Sawyer. There's a velvet pool.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you go to one of those two places because your grandma lives
Yeah.
in Sawyer, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, gotcha.
What games would you want to play?
Phase 10, Monopoly. I forgot what the other one's called.
That's all right. These are some good classic games there.
Who's the best Monopoly player?
Jabin.
Jabin is.
David.
Really?
We
Very.
won't tell him. We won't let
Okay.
him know.
Oh, no wonder you were trying to keep that a secret. Kindest thing you've ever done?
Okay. When I was little, I saw a little girl on the playground alone. So I came up to her and I said hi. But it turns out she spoke Spanish. And I didn't understand, she didn't understand me, so I pretended I understood her so I could talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice. Did you end up striking up a little playtime then?
Yeah.
Good.
And my mom came up to me and
Good for you. Is there something that none of us, Mr. Jenkins and I in particular, or even your classmates, is there something that they would not know about you that you really like doing, or you do, or it's a interesting hobby, or
I don't know, but I like art.
you like art?
Hey,
Okay.
do you like to paint, to draw?
Yeah. I like that.
Awesome.
Because it's just fun.
It is, right? It's good to be creative.
You're more of a painter.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any advice for your class?
Okay. I would say don't try to be someone you're not. Like, you're not meant to be, or make people around you feel welcome. Like, make people around you feel welcome and appreciated for what they do for you and what you do for them.
Awesome.
That's a great advice.
Awesome. I have one more question, two more questions for you.
Yes.
One, now that it's middle of March and we've only got about 9 weeks left, do you have any, you're leaving the elementary side and you're going to move down to the high school side. Are you, any nerves?
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
What makes you the most nervous about moving from the elementary side to the high school side?
Switching classes, the teachers, the stuff I have to do, and being organized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it won't take you very long to worry.
I think you'll catch on.
You'll quit worrying about that in a hurry then. You have any advice for me or Mr. Jenkins?
Probably just do what you want, like you love, and keep being nice to others.
There. All right.
That's
Thanks.
good advice.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You got anything else for us or anything else you want to tell the listeners?
She shrugged.
Well, that was fantastic, Azelle. We loved it.
Well, thank you, Azelle, for talking with us. Coming up next, we've got our senior spotlights. We are here with our first senior spotlight. We have with us right now Delaney Elberg. Delaney, welcome to the Bomber Buzz.
Well, welcome, Delaney. We're certainly glad to have you.
Well, thanks.
And we're going to ask a few questions and just carry on like we're having a good conversation.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your family, or maybe a fun activity that you guys do that you always look forward to.
Well, I'm Delaney, and I'm a senior here at Berthold High School. And I guess something our family likes to do, we like to go hunting, so we enjoy doing that.
What particular hunting?
Bow hunting.
Bow hunting?
Love bow hunting, yeah.
That's right. I remember you
So every
telling me about
fall.
that in the fall. Yeah, you got a little cabin that you hang out at. Mm-hmm. Any luck?
Not this year. But last year, I got a buck, and that was nice. So.
Okay, that is awesome. What do you remember about your childhood? What were you like?
Well, I don't remember a lot, but I did ask my mom, and she said my twin sister Emma and I always had each other. So, like, when we were little, she'd set us down, and we never argued or complained because we were happy with each other. So we
just
kept
hung
each
out
other
and-
company, yeah.
Is that still the case?
Sometimes, most of the time, but
Yeah.
And
Well,
my
go ahead.
grandparents said that we had like our own little language between each other, and they had no clue what we were saying. So,
Really?
Yeah.
You guys communicated and not everybody knew what was
We
going
did,
on?
yeah. I guess
Do you
we had our
remember
own.
the language?
I don't know what we were saying to each other.
Well, have you guys changed since then?
Yeah.
Well, how have you changed?
I think I have realized, how my words and actions affect others. I mean, as a kid, I didn't really, you don't pay attention to what you say, but as I've gotten older, I know how my words and actions affect those around me.
Gotcha. So you've been going to the Berthold Public School your whole career?
Yes.
Yes? How has it shaped you?
I think this is such a good community, and I've learned how I want to model my life after all these people. They've taught me all these life lessons that I carry with me today.
Well, that is awesome to hear. Okay, well, how about let's just talk about the Berthold School, but what lesson do you think you've learned, the biggest lesson you've learned from the Berthold School?
I think I've learned that I can get through the hard things, because I've definitely had classes where I thought I could not get through it, but I did. And yeah, I've really learned that you can get through hard things when you put your mind to it.
Even one this last fall.
Yes.
Huh?
There was a hard class, and I got through it. and I was
You
very
did.
glad.
You did. That is right. What's your happiest moment, or your one of the things you remember happiest about school?
I don't think I have like a specific moment, but this past year during our off hours, I've gotten to have a lot of conversations with my friends, and I've gotten to know more about them, and we have had a lot of God conversations, I guess, and we talk about how God's changed us in our lives and help each other through what we're going through. So
Cool.
Well, good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you recommend off hours then, or
Yes.
is that what you're advocating
Yes.
for here? Is that what that?
I
was?
mean, we finished our homework, and then we would talk with each other.
Okay.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
How about something that you feel like you've maybe failed at, or like, God, that wasn't as, and that just wasn't what I was expecting. Wasn't as good as I was hoping. And then what did you learn from it?
I'm going to have to say golf, because I started golf in 7th grade, and I didn't even know the difference between an iron and a driver. But I did a summer camp, and I learned all these skills, and I'd practice hitting foam balls in the backyard. And I learned that if you put your mind to it and you stick to, practicing these things, you get better.
Well, that is odd. Yeah,
you can reach those goals.
I didn't know that. You not even didn't know the difference between an iron and a driver.
I didn't. 7th grade, I had no clue. Anything about golf. Did not know it.
Well, that's pretty impressive that you stepped out of a comfort zone like that.
Yeah, and
I like that.
Now I know all that stuff.
That's great. How about something that motivates you?
Something that motivates me. I think that what motivates me is that whatever I go through, that I'll learn a lesson. There's always something I can learn from. If it's a bad experience or a good experience, I'll learn something from it that I can carry with me.
Okay, so you'd consider yourself a learner.
Yeah,
Huh?
I guess.
Lifelong learner.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
good.
that's a great mindset to go through life with. A lot of real big lessons can really shape your life when you're reflective like that. So that's great to hear.
Yeah, that is spectacular. Moving in, teachers and classmates. We're going to separate the two, but how would you like to be remembered by your teachers?
I want to be looked at someone who's kind, friendly, that got their work done and wasn't mean to anybody. Just a friendly face you can talk to, I guess.
How about your classmates?
Probably the same.
Same.
Just a good friend that you can always talk to. And,
Yep. Well, in my experience, I would say you've accomplished that.
well, thank you.
At least that's what I watch. It's like, oh yeah, that she's always got a smile, always polite, very nice. What's something about you? Because you already tipped off the golf. Is there anything else that there's something that we may not know about you that you would share with us?
I already talked about bow hunting. Love bow hunting. I've actually been playing piano for 10 years now, which is a really big accomplishment. So I'm really proud of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have what's your go-to piano song?
Oh, I don't know. I play Salvagetto, and I'm learning Maple Leaf right now, so that's fun. I've learned a lot of songs. So.
How about that? Are you doing it on your own? Are you?
No, I have a piano teacher. I meet once a week.
Okay.
So.
Well, I did not know that about you.
Yeah, and I play in church. I play chords.
Okay.
In church, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to ask you for some advice, but we're going to make it twofold. What if you were to walk down to the 7th through 12th section of the Berthelot School? What advice would you give, let's say, a 8th or a 9th grader?
I think I'd say have goals that you can reach, because if you don't have goals, what's the point? You got to have those goals you can, get through and learn new skills, and you have to push yourself to do those things, I guess.
Yeah, without a doubt. I agree. How about if we walk down to the elementary end? Like, what advice would you have for, let's just say, a 6th grader getting ready to move down to the other wing?
I don't know. I'd say just enjoy your time that you have when you're younger, because when you get older, you have to deal with more things. Just enjoy where you're at, I guess.
Enjoy where you're at?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Enjoy where you're at. And that'll follow you through forever,
Yes,
I
yes.
might add. Yeah, Mr. Jenkins, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
You've got to learn to be content with what you got going on.
no question
Yes,
about it.
yeah.
How about future plans?
Well, I plan to go to MSU for a semester in the fall, and then I don't know after that.
What
and
do you... is there something that you're interested in, or are we?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm hoping when I'm there, I'll see new opportunities and careers that I can go into.
Okay.
And
'Cause
God
I
will
thought
lead me.
You had
wherever I'm
mentioned
supposed
to me wasn't it nutrition?
That's my sister.
Oh, that's your sister. Okay.
Yes.
You had mentioned business or
Yeah,
marketing of
yes.
some sort. That's right.
So I don't know.
So you're not 100% sure. Just going to take
No,
some
I'm not.
generals and
Yeah.
Are you going to move into the dorm? Or are you going to stay at home? What are you
I'm
gonna
actually
do?
staying at home.
Okay.
In the fall, yeah.
And then take some classes and see what happens.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, anything else you might want to add?
No.
Well, thank you kindly. That was
All
great.
right.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for being with us in the Bomber Buzz today, Delaney. In just a few seconds, we're going to hear from your sister, Emma. Anything we need to be worried about with her?
I don't think so. But
All right.
Well, thanks, Delaney. That was great.
We are back on the Bomber Buzz. We are here with Emma Elberg for our second senior spotlight. Emma, we just got done talking with your sister. Are you nervous about what she said?
A little bit.
You got nothing to worry about. We're really happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us today.
We are, Emma. We're happy is right. We want to get started now. Just treat like we're just carrying on a conversation.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about your family, or maybe something that you really enjoy doing with your family.
Okay, well, my name's Emma, of course. I'm 17 years old, senior. Love to hang out with family and friends, getting outside. You know, we go hunting every once in a while, so that's fun. That's our family thing. So.
Yeah. Delaney said you're more into the archery.
Yes,
Hunting.
I really am, yes. I'm not a gun person. I'm more of a bow.
Yeah.
Neat.
And any good success?
Yes, I actually shot my first deer last fall.
Okay.
Really?
Yes,
That's
it
awesome.
was very exciting.
I bet it was. Good adrenaline rush.
Right in the heart. It was great.
How long have you been shooting bow and arrow?
For about 3 years now.
Okay.
Haven't been successful those last 2 years, but
Well, that's why
Hey,
we call
got
it
it.
hunting.
yes,
Right?
Take some learning.
That's awesome.
that's for sure.
Well, were you any different than Delaney was as a child?
Well, my mom said I was an angel.
An angel. I like
Those
it.
are, yes, she did. But I feel like it was definitely different growing up with a twin because you always had somebody with you and a friend with you. And I was talking to my mom, and she's like, well, when you went to school, it wasn't just you. Like, it was your sister, so it was easier. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's
true.
definitely different.
Delaney was saying something about you guys had this language between each other.
Yes, our mother says we would talk to each other, and she had no clue what we were saying. So, I guess.
Do you remember any of the language?
Not a clue.
Oh,
No.
too bad.
Not a clue.
Well, have you changed since your childhood?
Not a ton. I feel like I probably wasn't the greatest kid. You know, we all make mistakes. But I definitely just want to be the joy in somebody's day, I guess.
Good.
That's great.
It
Be a more
is.
positive person.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you've been going to the Berthold School your entire career.
Yes.
How do you feel it shaped you?
Well, I feel like there's definitely a sense of family and community because, I mean, I've grown up with these people in my class since ever. Only a handful I haven't, and I'm related to half the people here. So, yeah, I feel like that sense of family just brings everybody together, and it's encouraging. So,
Yep, it is. Agreed.
yeah.
I agree. What's the most important lesson you think you've learned outside of just being a tight knit group at the school, family? Is there any lessons that we've taught you or over the years?
Just always do your best and keep trying. Like, don't give up. Like, people are always there to support you. So, I guess just do your best in whatever you do.
Good.
What's an example of something that taught you that lesson, that drive, that don't give up?
I mean, schoolwork in general can be hard.
Yeah.
So it's like, keep on top of that, keep going. Like, if you need somebody to encourage you, find someone that'll be that person for you, I guess. Yeah.
Happiest moment you've had, happiest time during school.
I was thinking about this and I couldn't think of one, but I did think of one moment where last year in Mrs. Taylor's class, we had a snowball fight outside. So that was fun. That's
Really?
a good memory, yes.
What the heck? I did just hearing about it now.
I don't know. You usually don't do that. So. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, okay, good. How about a time where you failed at something, and what did you learn from that experience?
Well, I'm pretty sure Delaney said this, but golf, it was rough. It was rough, that's for sure. I've been doing it since 7th grade, so I kept with it because I was like, we're just gonna keep going. It's
Yeah.
fun to go outside, meet new people. So it was definitely rough, but it was a good experience. You know, not being good at something is kind of hard sometimes.
Well,
so.
it is, and then putting
Yeah.
yourself back out there and
Yeah.
keep doing, continue to do it. There's a lot of things and we all think that. It isn't fun, but at the same token, there's perseverance, there's some grit, there's some determination. You really learn a lot about yourself, and that this isn't something I really want to do. But it's kind of like John Wayne says, right? He's like, really, courage is being scared to death and still saddling up.
Yeah, and the people I met were very encouraging. Like, there was a lot of good people there, so I met new friends while I was there. So
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that is. And she did say that too. She
yeah,
used,
I know she mentioned that.
Yeah, she did. She
Yeah.
used golf as well.
Yeah.
How about a moment you're most proud of?
I'm probably most proud of how I've grown. I know my relationship with God has definitely changed everything because I wasn't very close to him in elementary school, and then I went to camp, and I feel like I'm completely different person. He just changed my heart. So
Well, good.
I feel like I hope it shows.
It
Yep.
does. I absolutely would say.
Yes,
It
there's always a
absolutely
good
does.
smile with a good human behind that
Yeah.
smile
Always
every
try.
day, without question. What motivates you?
What motivates me? Well, I guess I just want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Again, be more like Jesus. So
Yeah,
just try my best there. So
that's good. That's awesome. Teachers and classmates, how do you want to be
Yes.
remembered by them?
definitely a friendly face, somebody that helped people that were struggling. I guess, yeah, someone that was encouraging.
Yeah,
So, yeah, just good person, I guess.
good person. I always like that. I think that's number one. Something about you that we may not know that would be a surprise to both Mr. Jenkins and I.
Well, Delaney kind of already mentioned it, but I played piano for 10 years. So I don't know if most people know that or not, and I love to bow hunt, but I already said that, so
So you're a piano
That's all I
player
got.
too. Do you have a favorite
Yes.
one?
I don't. No,
Like
this
if we just pull the piano in right now and we said, "Come on, play us something," what would be the go-to?
that I don't know. That's a good question. There's so many of them.
Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
there's
Okay.
a lot of them.
All right.
Yeah.
More upbeat, more laid back, more.
Mix of both. I switch it up every year. Sometimes it's more calm. And
Okay.
sometimes I'm doing a 5-piece one for the recital coming up. So
Oh, nice.
it's huge. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to repeat it all. So
Would you play it for the buzz?
I don't think so. It's still a little rough. So
enough.
Still a little rough.
still a little
Well,
rough.
you know,
yes.
we could use some intro music maybe one day.
That's right.
You never know.
Okay.
Maybe I'll.
Okay, we're going to go advice, but I make
Okay.
this a twofold question.
Okay.
So we got advice down on the high school half with the 7th or 8th graders. What advice would you give them going into their high school career?
Well, that was definitely the hardest time for me. Middle school is not easy. So, I mean, you're changing and everything's different. So, I don't know, I guess just do your best and keep going. Like, it's going to be better.
Yeah.
At least in high school, it's better for me. So,
Yeah.
I would say just keep trying your best.
Okay, how about like a 5th or 6th grader now moving down to the 7th, 8th grade next year? What advice would you give them?
Don't try to blend in. I would say be unique, be yourself, and yeah. Don't try to follow people, be the leader.
Yeah, there's just
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. Just be yourself, exactly. And you're right, it can be a tougher time.
Yeah.
Future plans, what do you have for
Oh,
us?
goodness. Well, right now I'm going to MSU in
Okay.
the fall for a semester to finish generals, and then I'm going to be a nutrition counselor.
Great.
So it's an online program for 10 months, and we'll see where that takes me. I'm still job shadowing for other things like dental assisting.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you did follow a nutrition, didn't you do a weekend or a...
Yes, I did do a day with a nutritionist girl, and I really liked her.
Yeah,
so
I remember you saying that
Yeah.
to me that you enjoyed it.
it was really interesting.
Yeah, gotcha.
I loved it.
Well, awesome. Anything else for us or anything else for the public?
Guess that's it. I don't got much else to say. So,
Well, it was awesome. Mr. Jenkins, anything else?
No, well, thank you so much, Emma, for joining us today on the Bomber Buzz. You know, something I want to key into, we can learn every day. And Emma, something that you said that I actually wrote down while you said it is be the joy in somebody's day. And I think that is a fantastic attitude to run with and something that we can all learn from. So thank you for that. That's something I'm going to be reflecting on. If you're enjoying this podcast, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to help support us financially, there is a link in the description, or you can contact us here at the school. And if you have suggestions for the show or would like to be on the show, please email us at bomberbuzz@mylcsd.us or just call the school. We'd love to have you.